Yeah.
Welcome to the Elegant 8 Adventure Sagas, brought to you by Tech Support. It seems like every goddamn episode is brought to you by Tech Support. I don't know what you're laughing at. I provided tech support for you last night.
For real.
Yeah, the person playing on their phone. So,
That's funny.
all right. Let me bring up the game, and we're good to go. So you guys are, as you see, you're in little wagons. You've just left the mountains, I believe, is where we were at last. Is that right? That's right, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Let me turn down this music a little bit. All right, so when you guys were last here, yeah, you made short work, or short, was it? Actually, you guys went through the ogres pretty quick, didn't you? If I remember correctly. You knocked them out, did some stuff. Anyway, there were some pretty big brutes. We never got to experience the battering ram guy or the chain guy because you guys you guys played whack-a-mole with them.
Almost died, dude.
But the good news is that got you the experience that you need to level up. So you guys most of you are at level 6. I think the 3 of you definitely leveled your characters. Mr. Bing is still on the hook to level his. David's not quite ready, and Alicia leveled hers. So you guys are now level 6 warriors, and you're driving through the desert. It's been pretty uneventful up to this point. So questions. I can provide answers.
I have nothing.
Well, that's kind of what I like to hear, I guess.
Well, we it's good. It's good.
Yeah, we know where we're going, right?
Do you?
Yeah, we're heading.
But we don't know what we've seen.
Yeah, where are we at on that map?
Thought we were heading.
Yeah,
east,
let me pull up the maps for you.
Gotta check the GPS.
Hopefully you guys should have edit folder. You guys should have actually access to view it whenever. Is it showing up for anyone at the top of the screen?
Not me.
At the top of the screen.
At the top of the screen.
Yeah, in the upper left-hand corner. So everyone
No.
should be able to be observer. Save. How about now?
Perfect.
I don't
I
see
see the
anything.
Badland image in the right. That's it. Oh wait, load map, baby.
Loading map.
Loading. I thought I touched something.
And you should see it, right?
Yep.
Now up in the upper left, there's a little anvil, right? You see your little anvil?
Yeah.
To the right of that, is there like a little chevron, a little carrot, a little triangle?
Yeah.
If you click it, it might show your navigation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that thing should be there all the time now. So like if you ever want to look at the
okay.
map, you should be able to go look at the map. And we're gonna try that because I'm gonna pull you back to the the Badlands to see if this works. Now you're in the Badlands, are you still seeing the Baron?
I see it, but now it just says Badlands travel.
That's what I get to.
Like we don't have the map option.
Okay, so
It's,
hold on.
it's like it's just showing the active one.
Toggle navigation. How about now?
Nope. Same.
Well, I don't know that I'm going to die on this hill tonight, but I see if I activate it again. Now does it show up? And you should see, right? So you're back on the map, right?
Yep.
And if you right-click over it, are there any choices?
I mean, on the map or on the little thing?
If you right-click over the map button,
It
up
just
in the
says
left.
map Faerun.
I don't get.
Okay, so you can't really do anything with it then.
Yeah.
All right, I'll
It's
figure
okay,
this out
Thomas.
later on. Yeah, because you should have access to it whenever you want. Let me configure permissions again. Did I do something? Oh, wait a minute. All players. Oh, there we go. Observer. And let's see. Observer. 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 Observer, and guess what?
Observer.
Observer.
Now maybe maybe it'll stay up there for you. And you guys don't have a scene selector in your in your right hand pane, right? Like next to the combat tracker. Looks like a little foldy map thing. I'm guessing
No.
not.
Doesn't look like it.
All right. Oh well. It's up there for me now. Oh yeah, Steven's still on it. You're still on the map, right?
Well, now it's paused.
Oh,
No,
now I have both.
Oh, hey, it's there. It's there now.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you guys click on him and at your leisure?
Yep.
How cool
Yeah,
is
yeah,
that? You are now the passenger, with the map, a fold-out map in the 80s on a road trip.
Oh,
I love
that's neat.
So does it show us on the map?
No, but see, I can do that for you now that you mention it. So you are right now. This music's it's the jam. So right now, I would say, where are you guys in? You're in a covered wagon. Let's do a covered wagon. You see where I'm at you see the covered wagon?
Yeah.
It says game paused, I guess. Oh yeah, I do. I see it now. I had to just scroll up. Yep. Yeah.
So
So
look at that.
oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, look at that. I made a little covered wagon because you're in a covered wagon.
Covered wagon. So I thought we were taking the Black Road across, but is that ill-advised? Party team.
Well, that's really the only way to go through. I mean, you guys can
but-
cruise wherever you want. But the bottom line is that you've made your way from the west to the east. So you've just come, if you look to the left of the Gray Peak Mountains, right? I should activate it for everyone so Noodle can see what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And directed. All right, and moving her over. So yeah, so you guys came from this area. So remember Lork? I'll flash it for you. All right, you went.
Yeah.
And you went past. You went to the Great Peak Mountains, and right around here, you met some ogres. And you
Mhm.
continued your journey. And if you notice, like it's starting to transition. You still have trees, the dead limbs, and all that are over your trail, but it's transitioning like, sort of slowly into. You're going past the Lonely Moor. It's transitioning to the Black Road, and once you get to the Black Road, you're going to know because it's going to basically become just desert, right? It's the Badlands. Anyone ever do an American road trip and go to the Badlands?
I've been to what's that with the dryness? Oh,
Where you live? That'd be Arizona.
Death Valley. Death Valley.
Oh,
I've been there too. They're nasty.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, Arizona's Death Valley Light.
Hey, I love my state.
That's awesome. I'm gonna take you guys back to you guys at your leisure can go to the map now. So you guys are traveling through through this bit of the Badlands, and as I mentioned, the trees sort of disappear, and you're sort of full on, in the Badlands at this point. The vegetation comes and goes. There you go. See what I did there? It's coming, it's going. Anyway, so take a look at the rank. Oh, I didn't finish what you guys did. You guys killed all the ogres, right? You got your wagons. You went on your way. You did a long rest. The nice thing about these wagons is you can long rest in them, right? One's covered. One's nice for providing some protection. You haven't seen anyone or anything on this road for quite a while. So take a look at your stack rank. I'm going to open up free movement, which means that you'll be able to move your characters and put yourselves in these wagons I just dropped you in, like however you want to be. It might be weird because just pretend you're running along with the wagons because I'm not stopping a damn thing. I can stop it, but I'm not going to stop it. Actually, why not? There. You're parked. And then, yes, you did notice the nuance. The horses did stop moving. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Your free movement. Please stack yourselves how you want to be in this thing.
Oh, you mean like, okay. In case we happen upon something?
Yeah, because I'm gonna start rolling in a second. I'm gonna start rolling all the fun encounters that for somehow you like legit saw none on your way here. I mean, up to this point.
All right. What do you guys think?
So-
Where is everyone? How do we want to situate here?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to know where attacks are going to come from. So
Could be
Right.
anywhere.
I feel like, yeah. What if can we move our, is it better to like move the wagons like right by the side, so at least we
I can
Kind of
orient the wagons however you want. I'll do that as soon as
Oh,
you
you
guys-
mean side by side?
yeah, like this way versus this way. Because then
Hmm.
at least we're a perfect square, and like the middle of the thing won't be so damaged.
Okay.
I don't know. What do you think? And then I would
What
put
do you
like
want?
Karen on one side and me on the other side, and Noodle I think you should be in the middle, and then we can put like Wizard and
Okay.
Fabia on
You know-
that side.
Wizard has a name.
Sorry,
Wizard.
Virus
Yes.
the virus.
Although I did hear that Wizard might be going to Japan again.
What do you mean? Why?
While you guys are orienting yourself, I'll do a plug for those who haven't done stuff. If you have yet to work on your backstories or verify your backstories, please do so, because I do want to weave them into the storyline. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Sorry, Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, just like I'll give you another week, and then I'm gonna lock in what I wrote. So, actually,
So I
configure-
can change what I don't like,
Yeah,
as long
just-
as it hasn't made an impact.
yeah. So like,
Far, I wanted
if you
to
guys
get
read,
the right
there's basically in your journal, there's
Yeah.
a top part that's like what I put, and the bottom is like
Yeah.
your edited version. So just copy what you want down and edit that one. Keep the original, so we don't lose
Okay.
it. And then sort of go from there. Is that clear to
Alright.
everybody? So tell me when you guys are ready to roll.
How about the people that are not here? Are we good with where they are? Are we good?
You're asking me? I'm not
I'm
gonna speak.
asking
We're good.
everyone
Just
else.
other than moving the horses like this,
Yeah.
and I would kind of maybe balance out the party because there's like 4 on the one wagon. Yeah. So Thomas? Can you stack the wagons like this?
Yeah.
Is that okay, Karen?
yeah, makes sense.
Like so.
Yeah, perfect. And then I'd say Karen, you I can go.
Well, hold on,
here. I want
they gotta separate a little bit because they're. There you go.
And I want to move Cyrus onto the open wagon, and I want to take Cyrus's spot, so I can like guard up. I don't want Cyrus to get the brunt of an attack coming in.
Hmm.
So could you switch Cyrus and I? Actually, put Cyrus on the wagon with Karen for better protection.
Okay, Cyrus over here. You want him in the back?
Yeah.
All right,
And,
and
then
then
move
where do you
me
want?
up.
Okay, you
I can-
can move yourself
yeah,
up,
move-
right?
No, is stream moving on?
What's
No. Game's paused.
that? It's not paused for me. Is it paused for you guys? I'll
Is it
pause
paused
it.
for you, Karen? No, it's good now. I can move.
All right.
And
And then where did you
then
guys want?
Noodle
Where do you
wa-
guys want Nick?
Oh, just I think leave Nick in the covered parts.
I
And
was
Yeah.
just gonna say that. You.
put a box over him.
Much love.
I won't tell him that you.
And why don't you switch with Noodle? Why don't you switch with Fabio,
Okay.
just so you're not on the outside.
Sounds good. Somebody's got to do it, Tom.
Oh, so switch with Fabia. Okay, so. Now you do realize that Noodle is. You should tell him a little bit about your character. Like she's badass. She realized yesterday.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I can go in there and pound. I'm sort of mini Karen.
Yeah, and did you guys discuss real quick before I got here? Do you guys mind if you already discussed it? Just real quick in game, can you guys quick give me a rundown of sort of what's new to your character for this this journey that we're on?
Yeah, we discussed that.
Well, I didn't get to hear it, so I didn't look at all your characters. Like, was there anything like
Okay.
so for Karen? Was there anything big that I should be aware of that your character got? This
When Karen is raging, she's immune to charm and fear.
Oh, was that new? Is that, or was that supposed to be like I just missed it?
No, that's new.
Wow, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty.
Good for Karen. Steven, can you remind me of what your goodness was?
Yeah. So I was telling Cliff and Noodle, it's basically mine is crossbow, and so it allows me to use my crossbow close combat and also use my long sword and crossbow. So when I attack someone, I get a hit with my sword and a hit with my crossbow, and I can continue to do that every turn. And then because we have the dancing sword, I'm gonna get. I treat it like a little zippy, so you'll see me use the sword as well, and I've got that all set up with Thomas.
So that's kind of like so then that's kind of like Noodle's spiritual weapon, where she has that wooden spoon, right? That moves
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, once we figure out how to get the damage for it.
Oh,
Then...
I figured out what we're gonna do, at least for this game. So how it's gonna work is you're gonna move your little token where you want it, and then we're gonna roll damage with your actual,
Okay.
or with just dice. I mean, it'll either one's gonna work. Yeah, and then well, there's no one else to speak to their characters. I don't think that Fabia got much new, if I'm not mistaken. No, wait a minute. No, she did. She got something. I don't remember what it was because I don't have her character memorized. But anyway, she can speak about that when she next plays. So if you guys are done, then you guys are gonna head out again. It's about 10:30 a.m. Want to keep track of that time, as we ought. And let's get you going.
All right.
Little horsies are wagging their tails. And it's daytime.
Thomas is rolling.
So yes, he is. That's what he was getting ready while you were talking. I had to put my macros back in my bar. So you are now in the desert, officially. So let's see what happens. Desert encounter.
I bet you it's gonna be spiders, or maybe it's
Desert.
arachnids, sandworms.
Yeah, sandworms. That'll be tremors.
So you guys progress. I
Oh.
believe we said
Good
6
movie.
hours in the daytime. So 6 hours roughly. We'll put you about 5 o'clock at night. And as you see, time passes and all is good. You guys heard the pretty hoot hoot. And in case you were wondering, yes, those are new encounter cards. Aren't they beautiful? All right, so some time passes. Let's see if anything happens. You come to a stop.
Uh-oh.
Because up ahead in the bushes are 3 goblins. So
Oh.
Goblins.
goblins, which they haven't made a move on you. They're up ahead. Let me
And I'm
drop
ready.
one. Let's
All
see.
right.
Coming. And you don't know what they're gonna do, right? So there's a goblin, and they're up on the left-hand side. And they're visible. Can you guys see them?
No.
I can't see them because
Right.
you can't. Oh, I see them coming.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
there
see.
we- I just had to pan over.
They're so
Yep.
tiny.
Yeah, so they're they're sort of eyeing you guys, and
Let's kill them.
and haven't necessarily made a move, right? And they sort of do the math. There's three little goblins, and there's 2 wagons full of heroes, and you see little goblin, little goblin Savu, sort of like usher them to sort of step back out of the way to give you passage.
Huh.
What do you think, Karen? Should we kill them or let them?
So you're stopped. You've seen them now sort of move out of the way, and yeah, you have to sort of pan because they're way over to the left.
So I guess the question is, do we attack or do we? Because I have ranged weapon.
I mean, I can always smack them with my spoons too.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like they're not super committed to attacking. Maybe we can just
Yeah.
Nothing to fear from us. We're just three, goblins, making our way back to the mountains. After a little bit of foraging, you just pass on by. We're good. We're good. Are we good?
Are you? Are we good?
You totally nailed the voice, man.
We're good, but we didn't. We don't know that you know that we're good. We're good. Look, we're putting away our weapons. These were out because like I said, we were foraging. You never know what you're gonna find in the desert.
I'm busy.
You are one of the very few travelers we've seen on this path.
Is that so?
Since they're being so chatty, maybe we should ask them if they know about anything else down the path
Yeah.
we should hear about.
Yep. So,
Would it be okay if we came a little closer?
why don't we just talk from where you are for now, though? No disrespect, But what could you? Is there anything down the path since you're just foraging? Anything down the path we need to know about, or that maybe we need to prepare for?
Yeah, we've seen. You mean as in like travelers, or do you mean creatures, or what do you look? Because like right now we haven't seen much, right? We found some lizards. We've had some good luck. Happy to share our rattlesnake meat with you guys if you've not tried rattlesnake. Oh, my brother Parichi makes some damn fine rattlesnake snacks. So good.
Mm.
No need to make faces, friends. We were offering you food. But but it's been, we've been here, for about a day, and we don't go too far from the mountains. The desert's not really our stomping grounds.
I say we'll let you pass as long as you don't give us any trouble. You
Oh, we
okay
will
with that?
We will give you no trouble. Just like we gave no trouble to the other couple of carts that passed the day before.
Who passed the day before?
Oh, we don't ask too many questions. We just sort of get out of the way. We're not looking for trouble. I mean, let's be frank.
Can you describe them?
I describe the travelers? Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah, well, they had a covered wagon like you, but the 2 in front, and then we don't know how many are in the back because, as I mentioned, we're not looking for trouble. But the one in front was wearing a robe, and which seems, honestly, it's so hot. I don't know how they were traveling in a full robe, but perhaps keeps the sun off. I don't know. And next to them was an odd-looking man, in a bit of a, I don't know, top hat or something. He looked shifty. He looked a little shifty to me.
Shifty as in he was kind of freaking you out a little bit, or?
He was charming. He did all the talking, and we didn't trust a thing he said. Quite honestly, he's never trust someone wearing, a coat with magical symbols on it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely.
But yeah, that was about, actually that was probably a good day and a half ago, if I'm being accurate. It was about a day and a half ago, so, Why, do you know them? Are you looking for them? We aren't causing trouble, are we? Because the three of us,
No trouble. No trouble at all.
Okay, because we Parcheesi brothers like to stay out of trouble.
Parcheesi, I like that name. That's interesting.
Awesome. Well, if it's okay with you, we're just gonna head out. If that's okay with you, and we'll turn our backs and walk away, trusting that you won't be attacking us from behind it. If that's all good. And if you sure, last chance for rattlesnake.
No, thank you. All right. Take care. Good night. Leave us alone. Don't say anything about us. We'll come back and find you.
All right, we're out. The Parcheesi brothers are off to forage for desert goods.
Parcheesi
Well, thank you.
And with that, it's like not every encounter is deadly, although you can make it deadly if you want. So you guys get back into your wagons and so head on out, and this will take you to nightfall.
Okay.
And you're off. So you're making your way, and let's fast forward. This will take us to about 10 p.m. Lights come on your wagons. And it's just before you break camp. Let's do a roll
All right.
and see what we find.
Friend.
Although, to be fair, like you guys have had so few encounters. So here comes. Hoot.
Oh,
Nothing.
time for
Hoot
a drink.
indeed.
Oh, that was so funny. By the way, I was rolling cave encounters, so that's why those goblins showed up. I couldn't figure out why the damn goblins were out in the desert. So that now explains it.
That was odd. Okay.
Did you enjoy the new audio file? I
That was
redesigned
lovely.
all of the cards. Look at your pictures there now.
I like it.
So there you go.
Cheers to you, Thomas, for being such a great dungeon master.
Oh, I am a dungeon something or other. I'm definitely not a tech support guy. All right, so
I
you
mean,
guys are cruising on.
technically-
Did you want to camp for the night, or did you want to push through a little longer?
It is the desert. What do you think about the horses?
Yeah, that's what I was just wondering. I don't want to wreck our investment here.
Right.
Yeah. So I will say, you guys are now firmly in the Badlands, and with that, you get some narrative. For some reason, you got it twice. I don't know why.
That's all right.
There you go. I got rid of one of them. Yeah. So you guys bid farewell to the towering peaks of the Great Peak Mountains. They're long behind you. You're about, 7 to 8 hours into the Badlands. It's firmly transitioned away from sort of wooded, dead things into, cacti and road. As a matter of fact, the road's fairly well traveled. It seems like one of the few paths through the Badlands, which you can consult your map now and look for yourself. So this transition was a bit unsettling. The mountains held an aura of ancient majesty, and the woods were bursting with life. Sort of the Badlands are just sort of a stark testament to the survival at its barest form. You can taste the dust in the air, fine and gritty. Coats your throat. So here you are in the Badlands.
It's like Burning Man.
And I heard that you want to camp for the night.
Yes.
Yeah, we want to chill out on the horses there.
All right, so let's stop it. And your horses stop. So you guys are, in your wagons. Sleeping arrangement's going to roughly be the same. You just sort of going to bed down on the road.
Yeah.
You're going to pull over. Or just all good. All right. So stay in this formation. I mean, it is. It's not like it's a walled highway. If someone came upon you, well, they could go around. Awesome. So let me take you. Who's standing watch? Anyone?
What do you think?
I can stand. Because I'm not driving, right? So I can sleep in the wagon.
Yeah,
if I need to.
And Fabia doesn't need to sleep, right? So we can, not that we need to sleep, but we can get the rest, and Fabia doesn't need.
Fabia doesn't sleep, and she has that ring camera sword. So
Exactly.
That's true. That's true.
So I think
All right, so let me do one roll for the night, and then I'll give you guys a long rest. And as is your way, all is good. Nothing to report. If you want to attune to anything, now is the time.
got nothing new, man.
do you want to know about a fun typo if you made one?
Yes.
We just had a dessert encounter, which sounds delicious.
Oh, are you kidding me?
That's awesome.
It's all right.
I love a good dessert encounter. So
I should.
I didn't want to sing.
I should put a Sunday. All right, noted. You're gonna have dessert encounters this entire time.
Yes.
Not dessert. I wonder how often I've misspelled that one.
No worries, classic one.
I'm just excited that it's now going to be on YouTube forever. Awesome. So let me long rest you. And there we go. You're all long resting. It's now 6 a.m. You're well fed. You're in your horses. You're in your carts. The horses have been taken care of, and off they go. Anything before we fast forward?
I think we're all ready to go.
Do it.
I'm bringing up my narrative. Let's see. Let me pull up the map and give you guys an indication of sort of where you are now. Map. You've made your way to there. Are you guys clicking the map yourself, or should I pull you over?
Well, I'm not clicking on anything.
I'll pull you over. There you go.
I'm
Yeah,
on
yeah.
it.
So you're making
we're
way.
only
You're
quarter of the way
approaching.
through.
You're approaching the sort of the Empires of the Shadow little area. A little bit more life there, a little bit more water. Exciting stuff.
sounds friendly.
Yeah, sounds nice. All right, going back into the Badlands. Traveling's not quite as boring as I was expecting it to be. I was like, how am I going to do travel? Because these guys got you guys have to move a bunch of distance, and it's like one of the most debated things I see on Reddit is like, how do you do travel well so it's not super boring, and not just like
Yeah.
This is
throwing,
awesome.
random monsters. So anyway, here you are. I'm gonna take you to about. We'll do 8 hours. I'm just going to drag it randomly, get you into the evening. About 6 p.m. That sounds good. All right, so about 6 p.m. rolls around. Let's see if you've run into anything. All right, back to the chat. Give a hoot, don't pollute. Nothing. So far, just the Goblin Brothers. Passed up their rattlesnake food, but that's okay. You learned there's some interesting characters. I'm gonna move your carts back. There you go. Had passed through the Badlands before. You guys have been sort of discussing who that could be. So let me take you forward to around 11 p.m. Lights come on your wagons. So it's 11 p.m. And I'm assuming you're going to bed for the night.
Dude.
What's that? You don't like the lights, or you said you
I like the lights.
Oh yeah,
I like the lights.
and they're pretty.
Yeah, that's neat.
I like that I can select you guys and move you with the wagons. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I made the horses stop walking though. There they go. Oh, I forgot to put horse sounds. What was I thinking? Why aren't there horse sounds, you guys? There should be like clippity clap, clippity clap. Bad dungeon master. All right. Anyway, so you guys didn't see anything. You're gonna bed for the night, if I'm not mistaken. And so we're gonna stop. You guys make camp. Same deal. I'm gonna fast forward this to a long rest.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me see if you guys stumble upon anything in the middle of the night.
Let's say yes,
Oh yeah. Yes, you do.
Oh, goody.
You do. So it's dark and Favia, her, what is it? She has her bow, right? Her bow of warning.
Yeah.
So it starts to sort of glow and sort of rumble, and just off from the darkness, she sees some pretty formidable characters coming her way. They haven't come upon you yet, but be thinking about what you're going to want to do.
Well, surely she's going to wake us up in some sort of silent, stealthy way, kind of make sure we are warned so we can. Does she know the direction, you say? Like.
Yeah, they're coming. They're coming from multiple directions. So she's seeing them. She's seeing a couple from the front. Actually, most of them from the front, and a couple from the side. Sort of like hanging tight.
Can we get some insight, or can any of us detect like what they are, or
Oh my god.
anything like that? Anyone?
And we can roll an insight check, I think, just to know which direction. Because is the circle that we can see, is that taking into consideration night vision?
Yeah.
Okay, sheesh. Okay.
So we
That
just
was a good-
basically we need to basically hunker down and.
So you guys, you guys sort of hear coming sort of towards you, the sort of clippity clap.
Oh, I see him. Okay, and I'm ready. I'm gonna attack.
Okay.
So much for your insight check, eh?
Don't need it.
Here we go.
Okay. Well, what are they gonna?
They're scorpions.
Yep. So they're giant.
Delicious.
Yeah. So
Roll for initiative.
they are giant scorpions.
Does he have? Oh, I guess we don't have advantage because they're coming for us, right?
Yeah, they were out hunting, right? It's 11 p.m. It's the middle of the night, and they're out hunting. And don't forget, you guys weren't cruising, and Skylar, you weren't ready. You were sleeping. This is the middle of the night.
Oh, that's
check.
fair.
Yeah,
That's true.
so let me roll Zippy. Oh, I know one thing that Flavia gets is she gets advantage on all of her initiative rolls. Let me roll Bing. You roll Nick, Papa Giorgio. Does anyone know that reference? And the only one who hasn't rolled is Skylar.
Oh, sorry, my bad. What the heck?
It's in the chat window.
Yeah, I know. It's just my character sheet was over the thingy. Oh, 3, that sucks.
It does. It does, but that's good enough for me to say.
A lot of them.
Do it.
Why does Thomas, I have some different. I think the reason why I didn't see my thing is I have another dialogue that popped up, and it was like situational bonus.
I don't know anything about
I've
that.
never seen this roll before. Yeah, it was like formula situational bonus. Yeah. No big deal.
Oh, yeah. Did it disappear?
No, it was up, and I just dismissed it now because I just want to keep playing.
All right. Well, on that note, the first person up is a giant scorpion, but we are at the top of the round, and you are allowed at that point to decide what y'all want to do.
Okay. Favia could she roll a nature check to kind of give us more information about these things?
Yeah, because you're at the top of the round, I will allow this. So Favia,
She's the best one for it, right? She's the best one for the job.
Actually, I will give you this
That's
instead.
a good idea.
I'm gonna let you all roll it. Fabia, normal. Noodle, normal. Remind me to keep describing things to you, Noodle.
See, the dice are as big as my camera or my thing. No, I put it full screen, so.
So it's working okay even on a phone? We just need Karen
You
to
know what?
roll
It's good
her
enough.
nature check.
Good enough.
And you know what? Awesome. So let me end the epic roll. All right, so we've got
Yay.
Karen, Skylar. Fabius is horrible. Yeah, so from Karen and Skylar, good thing they rolled their nature checks. So you're like, you are, oh, fuck, scorpions. I don't know. Do you cuss? Does your character cuss? Does he foul mouthed? I don't know. A couple of things like they're scorpions, right? They're just giant versions of scorpions that everyone knows. They have blind sight. They have claws and stingers. And the most important thing is to sort of, they do a multi-attack. These are also giant. Like, these are giant. So, you expect their hit points are going to be comparable to yours. Like, how many hit points do you have, Skylar?
46.
They might
I
even
think I
have.
have 57.
They might even have more than you. So,
That's not good.
So your best bet is you're thinking to yourself maybe not to take them on up close, but they can also travel at about 40 feet per turn. So you can run. You can either play the dash game where you're continually dashing, dashing as your action, but eventually you're going to tire out and get exhausted. But they can move. They can move probably 5 feet closer every time you take a turn.
All right.
So yeah. And when they do sting, I believe I can give you one more thing. I think. Yeah, it requires. Yeah, you can. You take poison damage, 40-10 poison damage from a scorpion.
Oh, but I resist poison, correct?
Oh, I was gonna say. Well, I don't know your character, but then again, you don't have access to it, so I will take a look.
Right, but I do believe there's some sort of poison situation.
Poison. Yeah, I'll check for you.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah, and that should automatically happen if that's the case. But we'll double check to make sure. Anyone else have any immunities? Anything? Well, now that you know, does it change your strategies at all, or?
I'm looking now. I don't think I have poison immunity.
Poison. Sorry, I'm doing a little Bell Bib DeVoe. Forgot to mention.
Bell Bib DeVoe.
While you're doing that.
I don't like that much.
That's some sound engineering there, isn't it? You got yourself the shaker. You got yourself a little counter noise. You got yourself a little ice going into some glasses, and then you got the ting at the end. And a hooray! I built that sound. All right.
It's beautiful.
It is. I can't wait for someone to go to the bathroom.
Let's see how this combat goes.
All right. So you're at the top of top of the round, and we're gonna see what happens. I hope this isn't a TPK.
What's a TPK?
Total player kill.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Listen, did you check my poison?
Oh yeah, you're poison. Poison. Bell Bib DeVoe. Attributes. Damage resistance. Poison. Yep.
All right, I don't know what that means, but I guess we'll find out.
It's
Well,
good
that means
for
that
you.
you're resistant to poison. It doesn't mean you're immune, but you're resistant to it.
Okay.
All right, here we
Just
go.
makes me stronger.
So this guy's gonna come up, and who's right in front is Skylar. So he's gonna move his 40 feet, and that ends his turn.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Alright.
the other ones are close.
This guy's gonna sort of move right here, sort of wait to see. Maybe do a little flanking action. You don't know. Okay, we got Zippy.
Do some damage, Zipster.
So do you want Zippy to go, or do you want Zippy to?
Oh yeah,
I don't
Fabia's
want to be
next.
the one to kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't
But
you
it's
why don't you let
big,
Fabio go
right?
instead?
Yeah. So I think she would take, make him invisible.
For real, yeah.
Oh no, that's inaudible. Sorry, invisible. Boom. And then I think she would send him sort of off to the side to sort of come from behind if he has to. Maybe do a little flanking of
Oh,
his
to
own.
flank them.
Yeah, maybe do a little flanking of his own. So he can go
Yeah.
there, he can go here, but he doesn't. He just wants to stay out of melee range of that scorpion. All right, so he's sort of hovering above, and that ends his turn. This brings us to Favia. I think she would target the closest scorpion to her.
What? Okay. How many scorpions do we have, people?
Looks like there's 7.
Okay, she's gonna shoot. Try to shoot it.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Oh, Karen. Got some trouble.
Who's in trouble?
We're in trouble.
We're okay. We'll be fine.
Right now we are.
Just stay on the. Maybe just stay on the wagon.
We're gonna need Cyrus's and Nick's big balls to make this happen.
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Favia.
this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, so Favia takes out her longbow and attacks. I'm gonna make sure she's looking at him. Yeah, cancel. Let me try
Who's she
that again.
attacking?
She's attacking giant scorpion right over here, sort of in the weeds.
That one.
Yeah, because that's closest to her.
How about our horses, dude?
Oh, crapsy
Giant
doodle.
Scorpion Griffin is gonna kill our horse before it kills me potentially.
Oh, dang.
So she hits.
Yes. Good damage.
Yeah, she does 13 points of damage, and you see that this thing isn't even halfway dead.
Oh my god. Not even a quarter, dude. We're screwed.
It's all right.
We gotta
Is
keep
there-
our wits about us.
And
So
she has another attack as well.
yeah, she has another attack. And I Nick, you know, you see Nick sort of doing some math in his head. And where's Nick at? And
He's hiding.
yeah,
Nick's still asleep.
where's Bing?
He's in the open wagon with
Okay,
me.
okay, so there's 2 in one wagon. So Skylar's kind of on his own. So Nick leans over to Skylar, and he's like, you know, while Fabia's taking her second shot, and he's like, you know, horses can run a hell of a lot faster than scorpions. You know, retreat or plowing through them might be our best tactical advantage. I don't know that we can take these things on. You know, there's 5 of us, 7 of them, and they seem to be more powerful than us. So
Right.
he shares
I guess
that
we-
with you. Actually, he yells that out loud. Scorpions can't frickin' hear him talk. So yeah, he doesn't have to whisper that while that's going on. But meanwhile, Fabia is taking her second shot. And longbow. Uh-oh.
Oh, hey!
It's a crit.
Yes.
So it does critical damage, and then she rolls from the critical damage thing, and may your God smile upon you in this moment. Total perspective vortex. And if you don't know that reference, you're horrible. For a brief moment, your target sees themselves in relation to the totality of the universe. You see a "You are here" sign flash above their head, after which they suffer 2d6 psychic damage and fall to their knees prone. So 2d6. Christy, you know that quote, right?
Well, yeah. You know, that's. Yeah.
So
I
there's
still have the original copy at my work. I read it whenever I.
another 5.
Makes me happy.
All right. And they're now prone. Prone.
That was fabulous. Okay.
You guys know that was
So
from
are we-
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, right? Like that's.
Yes, it was because I
Was
read
it?
that book. The first page just makes me smile
Mhm.
every time.
I've decided
giggle.
right now I'm going to start reading it tonight again. I read it every year. I couldn't find a piece of fairy cake, so I used a donut. It's about the same.
Nice.
It was powered by.
It's
fairy.
fine.
Anyway,
Now, my
that ends-
team, are we going to fight through these, or are we going to do as who suggested, Nick, and plow through? I'm asking
Yeah,
you guys.
Technically, we could like plow through them, but I feel if we plow through them, they're just gonna be right on top of us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But
But
the
the horses.
faster.
Go ahead, Karen.
I think we'll be out of range. I think we can basically dust them pretty quickly, like plow through and keep going. Like they're not going to be able to hit us.
So you want to basically you're going to take a right. Basically, you're going to plow through them, right? And it would just be their opportunity attacks that you'd have to worry about.
Yeah, on the opportunity attacks on the horses.
It would be
Is that-
it would
I
be
feel
on
like if we-
it would be on the horses.
Okay. How many hit points do the horses have?
I also think we'd be ready, right? Like we can be ready and like it can be a fight as we
Actually-
go through. Like maybe it's a
Actually, your horses are pretty well armored.
okay, good.
I don't know that the scorpions would take the attacks on the horses. I think they may take the attacks on the people in the wagon. So whoever's on the outside, so it'd be Skylar, Fabia, and Bing. I'll just roll a couple
I
of dice
think-
to see.
Okay.
If we're plowing through, I would volunteer to be on trade places with probably the lowest health.
Well, you aren't
Because my
going to have time
poison.
to be having that conversation. So like this is going to happen mid so
I can shove them.
Whoever's-
I can shove them out of the way and get in the end.
yeah. So we're going to play like the next scorpion gets to go, and then when it's Nick's turn, he can scream, "Go go go!" and like for his turn, a huge party escape. But there's not going to be prep time. Like you guys aren't all going to be able to like be moving around, like getting settled in, and like that's just not a thing.
No, but I can shove people. I'm short.
No, as a matter of fact, both Bing and Karen, who are just sort of sitting in the back, are going to have to roll acrobatics checks to make sure they don't fall out of the wagon. But it'll be mostly be against a fumble. So let's go ahead and she has Cliff. Would you want to run Fabia to help me out, since I don't have to run too many characters tonight?
Yeah, sure.
Configure ownership. I'll make you an owner. Yeah, because she has Hordebreaker. She has a ton of keen senses, and like there's a lot that she has. Hunter, she has Hordebreaker. At 3rd level, you gain one of the following features. She has Hordebreaker. On each of your turns, you can make another attack with the same weapon against a different creature that's within 5 feet. So that's different than her second attack, right? Or is that her second attack?
Wait, say that again? Well, I'm looking at them now.
Take a look at Hordebreaker. It's Hunter's Prey Hordebreaker. The bottom there.
Oh yeah. This is the thing that I discovered last time.
Toilet break.
Yeah. So if there was another scorpion within 5 feet of the one she was just shooting, she gets a shot at that one as well.
Okay, so then so she gets 2 attacks plus that Hordebreaker if they're within 5 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That didn't happen to be the case this time, but that's good. And so I just wanted to make sure before I end her turn that there's nothing that I missed.
Yeah, I'm just looking.
Favorite enemy, Gobloids, Natural Explorer. Oh, yeah. And matter of fact, you guys are... difficult terrain doesn't slow your group's travel. So other than the opportunity attacks, these scorpions are not going to slow you down. You're just going to plow right through.
Okay.
Because scorpions are difficult terrain. She had favored enemy ogre, you guys, and didn't say anything about it. So
She's what?
she had favored enemy ogre.
What is that?
She has a bunch of advantages against ogres and survival skills against ogres. She's made a point in her
Maybe
life
she
of
wasn't
studying them.
aware.
Oh, she probably wasn't. I don't see anything else. Elf weight weapon training, proficiencies, yeah. Fleet of foot.
No, I think Hordebreaker is the main thing.
That was it, probably, right? So I think we've been using Hordebreaker where it's she's been taking a second attack, but she only gets a second attack if it's someone within 5 feet, and it has to be a different person. So she doesn't actually get 2 shots.
Oh.
If you want to look at that and see if I'm right on that, no.
Wait, say it again, Tom?
If I don't know, I don't see anything that says she gets 2 attacks that isn't Hordebreaker, unless it's maybe Ranger Arc. Oh no, it's extra attack.
Yeah, she has just vanilla extra attack as well.
Okay. So she basically gets 3 attacks. One of the things that's used.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I think one of the things that's useful in the biography tab for your character, I think that Steven added his. Well, first off, there's hyperlinks in your tabs, in your biography tags, to your character information. You're welcome. But we put for Steven, because his character stack got so complicated, his action stack, the dude gets like 5 or 6 attacks per turn. That's when he's a fighter, right? But there's all these if and thens, right, that are associated, right? So we actually took and we mapped it out in words so that we could actually understand it. Yeah. Because when you try to do it in your head, it was too much. I'm just throwing it out there for anyone.
You said word. That's funny.
All right. So, Chari, is going to double down and is going to come in and boom, 40 feet.
Right in the middle. Oh, that's not good. That's like a little bottleneck.
And, sees like there's this horse is pretty much laid out. So it is going to try to attack your horse because you guys haven't started moving yet. With disadvantage because of this scenario. And let me open it up. And it's going to try to do it with its claw. I've got to move it within 5 feet of the dot. Hold on. I'll move it back in a second. It crits.
Oh
no! No, it has to take the normal.
Okay.
So
normal. Disadvantage.
Take that back then.
Yeah. So your wagon has 100 hit points and it now has 93 hit points. So you're gonna have to do some repairs on your next long rest to fix it up. But that's how that works. In case you wondered, it does have hit points because I thought of everything.
Nice job, Thomas.
And that ends your turn. The good news is that's one scorpion sort of out of the way. So Nick is like, and let me choose a good voice for Nick.
I was about to say, I feel like he's just going to be screaming like,
oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. We gotta go. Just go. No need to fight. Go. They're scorpions. They don't carry treasure. Just go.
That is a good point. Good point.
And with that, I will let you guys go. So let's see.
One. Attack? Guess he can't attack.
I think he's suggesting that you guys just go. Would you argue that he wants to take an attack on the way? But he's in a covered.
Why does he take...
He's in a covered wagon, so he can only see what's straight in front of him, right? So.
But he could step out and like attack that scorpion. Yeah. Right? We're gonna run it over anyway.
I'll if he dies, it's on you. So he steps out. He's now within range, so he's now going to be attacked, opportunity attacked. He targets
I didn't think that was in range.
Yeah, he's right between you guys. So he attacks with his. What do you think? Sure. What would he do? Long sword is, or he also has blade song. I don't think he'd waste a level 2 spell. Do you think?
No.
No, because we're leaving. So
get a cheap shot in. That's all he's doing.
I think he's taking his longsword. So he has a +1 longsword, so he's going to do that. Oh, I'm bad. I'm wrong. He's not within 5 feet. So he can't do anything. So he's actually going to move the hell back for the rest of his movement because he does not want an opportunity attack on him.
Yeah, it's probably good.
Yeah.
Good. That worked out well.
So that ends his turn. That takes us to the next scorpion, but you guys are going to plow ahead. So, as such, I selected a lot of you, and there's going to be 1, 2, 3 attacks of opportunity. So this guy can shoot. Right. So this is going to be Scorpion Shari, who's between the two carts, doesn't have a chance because he's going to get crushed before he can get to Noodle or anybody else. So as your wagons roll over him, he gets squashed just by default.
Missing it all.
The same with Vasila, he gets squashed. Anyone notice those throwback death icons that I added back into the game?
Yeah.
A little Fantasy Grounds action. I missed those. They're better than that little icon, that little death icon. Like these are clearly. Oh, and by the way, when you click them, now you don't need to, but if you click them, they become item piles now, automatically.
That's cool.
Yeah. Cool. So there's that. So there's 1, 2 scorpions. What else? He's too far away. So 2 scorpions will have an opportunity to attack against you guys, and one's going to be against either Bing or Favia. So we're going to roll a 6-sided dice. 1 through 3 is Bing. 4 through 6 is Favia. So let's roll one of these guys. 1 to 3 is Bing. Otherwise, Favia. 6. So Favia gets an opportunity attack. So we're going to take care of that now. He's going to try to just pierce her.
Thanks.
With his stinger. He has disadvantage. And he misses. And by the way, he misses anyway. You know why? I just remembered he's prone. So he can't do shit.
Oh, yeah.
So this guy is going to attack Skylar as he passes by. So target Skylar. With his stinger. Oh, it's a miss.
Yes.
And I've been playing with the reaction. I'm trying to simplify the reaction settings so they don't pop up every 5 seconds. So let me know if these make any sense to you. So you can take. I think you guys can take a reaction once every combat, right? Or research. I think it's every combat. I don't think it's every turn. I think it's every combat. So, or maybe it's every round. I have to look into it. If anyone gets bored, feel free. Yeah, anyway,
mine's every round.
So that's it. So you guys are going to just sort of, blare by, and leave the rest of these scorpions in the dust. So I'm going to end combat. And for escaping, I'm going to give you half the experience. Because I'm not giving you all of it because you didn't kill anybody officially. Actually, I'll give you 25 because you did run over 2 of them. And auto assign. All right, so you got another 400 points of experience. So the good news is for Nick is starting to push up against leveling up.
That's good.
Yeah. So let me get rid of these scorpions. As you guys sort of scream away in the distance, blood disappears. Skadoosh. And you're on your way. And the day we do, and actually I forgot to do so that was sorry. You guys took off. Do you want to do your long rest? Or do you want to since you're so right now the time is about I'd say about 3 a.m.
Well, the horses just got gassed, right?
They got what? Yeah, you fed the horses, and all that, but you made it about halfway through your long rest, and you woke up. It's about 3 a.m. The horses can push through just fine if you want. I don't know that you need to. There's any reason to do the long rest, other than
I think push through.
Do it.
So let's take a look at the map. And I'll change the combat music because we don't need that anymore.
I mean, how much can you tell us how much they had?
How much they had? What? Oh, hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the nature check, you would have known. So they had about 59 hit points each. So when I was pulling together the encounters, the one I thought, well, that could be bad, was the scorpions. And you also
That was a bad one.
Yeah, you also rolled. It was a 1d8, so it's like how many of them do they? So this is all based on a macro I wrote, and it was first it pulls from the creature table, and then it pulls from like how many are there. So you got 7. The max was 8. You got 7 giant scorpions, which is a lot. So
That is.
But you were smart, or Nick was smart. Can I ask, would anyone have thought of that, or did I just literally sort of half cheat because I thought about it? So
I was ready to fight, but I'm glad Nick spoke up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was ready to fight as well because just to see, but
it was. So by the way, it was not. It was not unwinnable.
Yeah.
Well,
We had to get lucky though.
Yeah. I mean, it was, but it was very deadly. Is I think what it was. What global elimination. I don't want your map to be tied to the time of day. So hold on 1 second. Should be right outside. There we go. So yeah, so you've made it quite a ways. We're gonna do one more roll and see what you find. So let's get back into it. Activate. So this takes us to about 2:30 p.m. And I need to do one more roll. And let's see if anything happens this time. So we go to my chat
We're
window.
crossing right.
So you guys are making pretty good work of the desert. As a matter of fact, some of the cacti and stuff have sort of are a little bit more sparse. So let's turn those off. So it's sort of super ugly and super boring. A lot like Arizona, I'm told. Oh, I did not just say that.
just because it flung rocks at your car.
And I'm wildly disappointed, but it turns out that you did not encounter anything. So let me fast forward the time to about 8 p.m. And then something exciting happens to you guys. So you guys are going through the desert. And to the chat. Uh-oh. Emergency alert.
What is it?
A missing or endangered adult. A silver alert, which means it seems kind of rude, but it's, I think it's for older people.
Alzheimer's.
Yeah, or whatever. Whatever their narrative is. So let me pull you into where you are. So scene. Let me get you guys into the new scene. I'm pretty sure you'll be excited to not be in a traveling scene for a while. So you're done with some random encounters for a little bit, but let me zoom in and get your characters in place. Someone reminded me to turn off the music. It's sort of unnecessary. All right, as soon as I pull you over, like this, and then your cart.
The booze went right to my head.
I can't do that. I have a meeting after this. All right.
What? Why are you meeting in the middle of the night?
Because my team's in Bangalore. I'm sure these guys can testify. All right, so you're all set up now.
Don't want to do it again.
Yep. All right, so activate. Oh wait, did I already pull you to the? No, I didn't pull you here yet. So activate. Loading the scene while I do so. Let's give you a little bit of a narrative, right? So you guys, like a mirage rising from the unforgiving dust of the Badlands, Seditious's quick oasis emerges as a vibrant, unexpected paradise. Nestled just off the Black Road and cradled by the curve of one of the few desert rivers cutting through the barren landscape, the oasis is a stark contrast to the harsh surroundings shaped like a horseshoe. The area teems with a stunning array of vegetation, their lush greenery soothing sight for sore, dust-covered eyes. From the moment you step into the quick oasis, you're greeted with an explosion of life and activity. The arid silence of the Badlands gives way to the harmonious bustle of commerce. The hawkers' cries, the clinks of coins, the low murmur of haggling fills the air. Shops, stalls, open-air markets line the streets. Their vibrantly colored awnings offering a respite for the relentless desert sun. Now, you're getting there just before closing time, around 8 p.m. They stay open late, so it's pretty good. The night is setting in. You've parked your horses. You can see everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you parked your horses. They aren't going to be able to go across this bridge. That's sort of on purpose, Mr. Sid. And you're there. Through the trees, what you can see, sort of without rolling anything, is it looks like there's a sort of a fenced oasis off to the off through the palm trees to the north. Across the bridge, just through the trees, you can see what looks like desert guard, right? Some soldiers sort of flanking the entrance of the oasis. They're not making any moves towards you. They sort of have these steely eyes. You don't know what their intent is. Maybe they're keeping the oasis safe. You're not really sure. There's this fresh smell of produce just mingles with the more exotic scents and spices from the distant land. It's you just sort of can't wait to get in. I'm not going to give you any more narrative. I'm going to ask you what you guys want to do. You're at the entrance of this bridge.
Typically we do like a perception check just to make sure everything's like hunky-dory before we cross the bridge.
Hunky dunky. Let me do it for you. I'll have the party. Perception. Roll, my friend. And I'll let you do Noodle. I'll do Noodle, you doing Favia. I'm also doing Bing. I wish Bing could have played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, you guys have some like Favia, of course. Wow, you guys all got great rolls except for Noodle. Noodle, you got a 9.
Favia is a registered bridge inspector.
She is, and she actually notices something. So yeah, the guards look a little shifty, right? She's not sure if they're there to sort of protect or if they're there to intimidate. Also, she noticed something. There's not much water. Like the river seems to be a bit dried up. Right? It looks like it's sort of freshly dried, and she checks out to the north and to the south, and yeah, there's not a lot of river. Matter of fact, audibly, you guys notice that you don't even hear the river. Right? You sort of hear the sounds of the jungle. It's a little odd, a little disturbing. But anyway, you're at an oasis. There's nothing really much else. Everything else seems above board. It sort of hears like there's clearly a bunch of people, milling around doing some things within the gates. It looks like you cross the bridge and head to the north, and there's the main gates for the place right there.
Let's do it. Should we have our beautiful Karen lead the way, or should we have our fearless leader or me lead the way?
Right. Whoever wants to lead the way, you have free move. All I ask is you only move the distance of your character, and then you pause until I tell you to do it. So I'm gonna move Noodle. I'm gonna move you. You're 25 feet.
All right.
I remember that Noodle can only move 25 feet, so you guys can all sort of really scream ahead of her if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Nick is 30.
It's my squatty legs.
Bing is 15. 20. Yes, there's Bing. And as you guys get on, and I'll leave Karen and Fabia for you, Mr. Cliff. I'm gonna have Noodle put away little Zippy right now, so he's not gonna be hanging with you. Doesn't want to scare the locals. Are you guys hanging back? Because I think Noodle, you're gonna head your 25 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Nick's gonna do his full distance, 30. Bing's gonna do his full distance, 30. And as you guys start to approach the other end, nothing spectacular, but the guards closest to the bridge sort of spin around to check out what's going on, sort of watching you. They have some sort of steely eyes, sort of watching you. Nothing to worry about. So you think. And then I'm gonna move. You guys do your next move if you want. Nick's moving his 30. Bing is moving his 30. Noodle's moving her whopping 25, which gets her almost to the edge of the bridge. And Skylar, I'll let you do yours, and then we'll do the next move. I've got to turn this music off. This is battle music, and it's do the Humpty Hump.
Restless Desert. Okay.
All right, you're making your way. So Noodle's taking her move.
I'm so far behind.
So Noodle, you're kind of in front right now. You're with your 25 feet.
Oh, look at me go.
As you approach, the guard sort of side eyes you a little bit. Do you say anything to the guard?
He's side eyeing me.
He's watching you.
I'm just giving him a little nod.
Yeah.
Just a little sup, dude. Just a little.
And he looks at you. He looks at you sort of untrusting and just sort of sizing you up a little bit. Lets you pass.
I'm giving him a little smile, a little nod again, and just gonna keep going about my business.
He looks slightly unimpressed. You have a charisma of 8, which isn't all about looks, but you're not going to win any awards probably. So I'm going to move the rest of you guys as a group. So you guys have sort of went past the guards. They, at least the first 3 have, and you get to the gate of the place. And when everyone's ready, we'll open the gate.
Do it.
Looks like the gate is open.
What's with the question mark?
He's like, visitors. He's a little stressed. He's just checking you out. He's just, he's like, there's some visitors here.
Should we go in?
It's up to you.
Let's do it. Should we go, Karen?
Yeah, I feel like we're probably going to be pretty safe here.
Yeah.
Like leading with Cyrus as a friendly face might be better than leading with me.
Or me, apparently.
All right, let's go in with Cyrus, and I'll follow behind.
All right.
Groovy.
So I'm gonna drag these guys in. I think that's all the people I'm controlling, and the rest are on you guys.
Oh wait, the game is paused, so I can't move.
Oh, I wonder why.
Now it's
Oh yeah, I got this one. Yeah, I'll get
Oh,
it.
I just learned something. I have it turned on so that they're patrolling, they're walking around, but for some reason I have them do spot characters. So hold on a second.
I'm still
gonna do
paused.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Yeah, no worries, dude.
Shift E. Spot the kit.
Who you calling Shifty? Who you calling Shifty?
I was trying to think of something.
One second. You can move me in.
Now I know what spot players does. All right. So as you guys come in, looks like Favia and Karen are still outside. Oh, I have to pause.
Yeah.
Okay, let me turn off. Everyone who spots here, just got to keep turning off their spot characters thing. Update token. So you guys were supposed to see people milling around. But it wasn't supposed to be like, they're like, what the hell? Every time they see you. So, anyway, you're in. There's a little narrative for you. So yeah, you pass through the front gate of Sid Dish's quick oasis. Your senses are immediately overwhelmed by the vibrancy of the bustling bazaar. The dry heat of the desert fades away, replaced by a palpable buzz of commerce and conversation. Right? You hear the music from the bazaar. It gets your blood a-boiling. All around you, the bazaar thrives with the fever unique to Sid Dish's quick oasis, making this desert refuge a true sight to behold.
Sid Dishes.
Yeah, so
That's
you know,
great.
so orienting it. Thank you very much. You got my pun. So as you guys look around, you know, off to the right, you see a booth full of weapons. It seems to be Jimmy Hammertoe's weapons and stuff. It stands with a proud array of gleaming weaponry, handy armor, and various martial goods laid out for perusal. Right? The shop's awning, a vibrant burst of color against the desert backdrop, offers a much-needed shade from the harsh sun, casting a cool shadow to impress the wearers. To your left, you see Sally's good general goods and stuff. She brings a bit of life to the otherwise barren landscape. You know, her booth is vibrant cornucopia of fresh fruit, cuts of meat, and other general goods. Its bright awning flutters in the slight breeze, attracting the attentions of passerbys. Now, just beyond Sally, you guys see Flambeau's Emporium of Magics and stuff. You know, he presents a spectacle of twinkling trinkets, arcane artifacts, and mystical miscellany. It's a must visit for any magic user. It's its canopy shroud, you know, in perpetual soft glow. Now, ahead and up to the north, you see two buildings, and they sort of rest within sort of the confines of the oasis itself. To your immediate right, upon entry, a small but sturdy structure serves as sort of like a storage depot, or you know, maybe an apartment. You can't really tell from the outside. Straight ahead, though, you know, nestled along the western edge of the oasis, there's this bigger establishment, and this seems to be where Sid Dishes himself probably conducts his business. It stands at the heart of the oasis. You know, its pulsing beat of activity, a testament to Sid Dish's hold on the lush and lively enclave amidst the desolate Badlands. So there you go. So you guys are, you know, you guys are there. You're in, you know, you're in the oasis. The guards didn't give you any grief. What do you want to do?
Ooh.
Those things where I'd be like, the magician should go to the magician shop, and we should go to the weapon shop.
I don't know that you have a magician per se, but you do have a wizard.
Sorry.
I think
These are...
Nick side eyes. He's like, "Who the fuck you call a magician?"
We have a magic board.
That is a very valid point.
So, fun fact: you can go to any of the merchants if you find Sid Hammertoe, Sally, or Flambeau. You double-click their characters, and they will open up shop for you. Self-serve. But I would love for you to play out loud.
I'm just hunting around.
Is anyone visiting any of the shops, and does anyone want to talk to anyone?
Well, I want to talk to people.
Which merchant would you like to visit, or were you just asking in general?
I mean, I don't think I'm going to lead with, you know, our actual business, but... Oh, I don't know. Hammertoe, what does he do?
Hammertoe is the weaponsmith and stuff. You can get, you know, axes, hammers, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I believe after thinking of my character, I might want another melee weapon because I think I only have one, don't I?
All right. So he's going to head over, and Favia's there. I'm going to move Favia off of Mr. Hammertoe himself because we've got a stack of people, I think. There we go, Jimmy Hammertoe. So Jimmy Hammertoe. Here we go.
He looks like Bill Barr.
So Noodle's going to talk to him first. to the chat. Boom. Jimmy Hammertoe's weapons and stuff is a feat for any battle-ready eye. The booth, shielded from the harsh desert sun by an awning dyed in a vibrant shade of blue, stands firmly against the backdrop of the bazaar. Presiding over all is Jimmy Hammertoe himself, a burly figure with his arms like tree trunks, scarred hands bearing testament to his trade. He greets every potential customer with a broad grin, ready to provide a demonstration or offer advice about his array of weapons and equipment. His enthusiastic energy breathes life into the booth, drawing a steady stream of customers and making his market stall a bustling hub within the bazaar. All right, so this is going to be a little tougher for you, Noodle.
Yeah.
First off, do you want to say anything to Jimmy or ask him anything?
Oh, Jimmy.
You're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Oh, Jimmy.
Mr. Hammertoe.
Yes. What can I do for you?
Oh, Lord. I'm
In search of a weapon, a melee weapon.
Melee weapons.
Yes, I enjoy them. I'm getting in touch with my melee side. So,
Hey, Noodle.
I need something. I'm not sure what I want. What?
I have a sword that's +1, but it's damaged. Maybe we can ask Jimmy to fix it.
What
Maybe get
the?
a sword +1.
Oh, you're lucky, sir. I was wondering if you were trying to usurp my business. I was in the middle of, maybe making a sale and selling a weapon, but I could potentially fix that +1 sword. Are you proficient with swords? I mean, from the looks of you, have you considered a great axe or some sort of a hammer?
Yeah, I wish I had my character sheet, Jimmy Two Toes.
Well, I mean, from the looks of you, I can probably tell you what you got going on. Let's take a look here. From looking at you, what I see about you is it looks to me like, from a weapons, well, first off, you have a warhammer. It's a standard warhammer. It's a solid, good craftsmanship. It's the kind of thing that you would get at Bloodbath and Beyond above the counter. It's definitely not a behind the counter sort of a weapon, but it's solid enough. You've got yourself some fine looking chainmail. Again, this is consumer grade. This isn't pro, right?
I'm looking.
It's gonna do a good job.
I'm looking a little more behind the counter. You get what I'm saying? Wink, wink, Jimmy.
Aye, lass. Lean in if you will.
I'm leaning.
All right. So, and you didn't hear it from me, but I know a
I
guy
heard nothing.
who might know a guy who has a couple of things. Now, one of these things I don't think that you're going to be interested in. It's a +1 dagger. You don't seem like the dagger in type. You seem like you roll with the giant weapons.
Jimmy, I want to get bloody.
Ooh, well, now if you're not married to the idea of a hammer or an axe, I do have a short sword. Now, I did say short sword, right? Probably not what you were hoping for. But this is no ordinary short sword. Have you heard about the short sword of life stealing? See,
No.
when
Intrigued.
you attack a creature with this weapon, and you roll a 20, you crit this creature, they take an extra 10 points of necrotic damage, right? If it isn't undead. And guess what? Here's the beautiful part about the sword. Now don't tell everyone, or everyone's gonna want one. That 10 extra points of damage they take, that goes to you as temporary. So you get 10 extra hit points temporarily until combat ends.
That is intriguing, Jimmy. Could you put I know a thing like that might be priceless, but could you give me an idea of what something like that might go for?
What do you think? Jim, what's your best offer? I mean, I'm not here to make friends. I am here to turn a profit. I'm willing to help you out. You seem like a good lass, but we don't have much of a relationship.
Oh, I swear I'm not much in the buying of weapons, so I would appreciate. I mean, we don't know each other, but if you would start the negotiations, I would appreciate it. I'm just new to this, you know. I don't know what I'm doing.
All right. Well, look. This is incredibly rare. So
Yes.
this thing will probably set you back about 17,400 gold.
Oh, Jimmy, I think we could do better than that. That's a lot of gold. And you know, I don't know if you saw, but I came in with some friends and you know, we're on a budget here.
Well, this isn't how bartering works. You come to me with, what are you offering?
I could go. Oh my god. I need to
How much money do you
let me
even
look
have?
at let me look at my funds again and let me see what I can do. Okay?
Yeah.
Go
I
for
I
it.
see you pulling out your coin purse. Don't let everyone see you pull out your coin purse. That's not important.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, it looks like you've got, 111 platinum and 40 gold.
Hey.
Hey, I
Eyes
can
to yourself.
Can we trade stuff in? Like maybe I can get rid of my some of my stuff, Noodle.
Well, I don't want to hurt your, game
No.
or anything.
I've got stuff I can sell to make some cash. I got a longsword +2. I got 2 +3 slings. I've got and I got a longsword.
Yeah. If you're whatever, I don't know. What are you getting? What are you buying?
Nothing. Let's see what funds I get for that, and I'll give it to you.
Well, how much?
Look, I can come down to 15,000 gold, but I don't know how much less I can do.
How many platinum is that?
I believe a platinum is
more.
Well, yeah, platinum is more. I think platinum is 10 gold, right? Or is it 100 gold? Anyone want to wager? You'd think Jimmy Hammertoe would know these things.
I've never bought any weapons, so
I'm looking it up. It's 10 gold. So 1 platinum equals 10 gold.
I just want to make sure that my party has no problem with that. For 15.
So you have 15,000 gold?
That would be
Well,
100.
I don't know.
You need 150 platinum.
I don't think I have enough of that. That's pretty pricey, Jimmy.
All right.
No, we would need 1,500 platinum, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we have enough to sell or cash to.
We could have to sell our first.
I have
our
19
great
platinum.
grandchildren. So no.
All right.
Jimmy, that's a great idea. I mean, I love it. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I won't say a word, but I can't afford it, man.
All right.
Caviar dream, peasant purse.
Well, so what other kinds of weapons are you looking for? I mean, I do have that dagger. Is that something that you'd be interested in?
No, a dagger is just not my style, James.
It is not my style either, lass.
I think you said you knew a guy.
Well, I know lots of guys, but in what sense did I say I knew a guy?
That sold some maybe under the table weapons.
No, that was me. Those were the 2 under the table weapons.
Oh well, that's a disappointment, Jimmy.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I have short swords. I have battle axes, daggers, breastplates.
And my character, wait, now out of it, didn't it say? Jimmy, you can talk to somebody else for a second while
Yeah.
I look at something here.
I'm
Just I'm
gonna
gonna
sell some
peruse.
stuff.
Right?
I'm gonna
So
sell
you-
some stuff. Is that okay?
Yeah, you should be able to sell them, right?
Yeah. I just didn't want to do it without asking you.
Yeah. So what are you selling to them?
I'm gonna sell a long sword.
Oh yeah. Do we have a bunch of garbage in the party inventory to sell?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Nice.
selling my equipment, but yeah, we mostly offload some stuff.
Do you want me to open
Do you
up the
have
party
any,
inventory for you?
Do you have any
Yeah,
crossbow?
sure.
Do you have any crossbow bolts?
Crossbow bolts. I don't have any here, but I can run in the back. How many are you looking for?
Like 100.
One moment. Keep on the shopping, and I'll be right back with you.
Thanks.
I'm wondering if I should maybe, is there an upgrade to what I have, or I just want something that was intriguing. Why do you have to dangle that in my face?
Yeah, I know. It sounded so cool.
It did.
I'll be here. I'll be here all week. Guys, I'm here every day.
Yeah, I'm unless you have some sort of risky business that maybe I could take care of for you. I can't afford it.
Well,
Is there a way to?
it's funny you should ask. You mentioned that. You talk to Seditious. Did you notice the river that courses its way around this oasis?
Yes.
And you notice what it's lacking. You seem like an observant.
Water.
Exactly. So these desert, guard bastards are up to some no good. Somehow they seem to have diverted, I think, the water from this oasis to something else. But Sid can tell you more. But I'll tell you what. You take care of this water situation for me, and I'll give you this sword for half price.
Okay.
Now you're gonna want to remember me though, because honestly, I'm gonna purposely forget. As soon as you walk away, I will forget all about this conversation.
Write in your journal.
Can we can't afford that even, can we? Listen, if I'm going to get water back, I'm pretty sure it's worth more than half price.
What's your offer?
Gentlemen, what do you think?
Free.
That's not gonna happen, my friend.
It was a good try, though.
If the rumor got out that I was giving away my weapons for tasks, I think that would be the end of me as a shop.
And who would tell? Surely not I, Sid. Or not, you're not Sid. Guy got doctor. Jimmy, surely not I.
Look, the best I can do on this, if you survive, 7,000 gold.
7,000 gold? I think we can swing that. Gentlemen, what do you think?
I think so.
My fine friends here. Is that a yes? 7,000 gold?
It is. You seem
No,
serious
wait,
about this.
He said 6,000 gold.
Oh, yes,
No, your friend is on crack. I said 7,000 gold, which is less than half.
Crack.
Less than half. Look,
Okay.
this
And
may
we
seem
need
absurd.
to speak to who?
You
Sid?
don't need, you're gonna want to talk to Sid, but listen, those no good rovers, those dust crusted assholes. See, the water level's been dropping, and it hurts my forge. It does. I need water for my forge. They've got my balls, and we need this taken care of.
How about this? We'll pay 7,000 for the sword, but because your forge is working, you have to repair some weapons for free for us.
Upon your return, you have Jimmy Hammertoe's guarantee.
All right.
But
Good.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not convinced you're going to return. These desert guards, they're tough, no doubt. Right? But, they're beatable.
Well, then Then I will play my ceremonial bagpipes that I just bought from you.
Oh, please don't. Please don't.
To honor our pack.
Jimmy, I have to say, many have underestimated us, but not lived to tell the tale. So,
Well, look
you'll get your water.
They're held up in the waterworks, right? And normally it's just a municipal building, but it's built like a fortress. But just like every fortress, every fortress has this weakness, right? Now look,
Yes.
most of these guys that are going to protect it, these are just rough and tumble brutes. Not a lot of formal training. These were, minimum wage soldiers. If you get my drift. Probably going to rely on their numbers, but not necessarily their brains. If you hear what I'm saying, you seem like someone with some brains.
We try.
Now, I don't know much about what happens below the fortress, but I've been told that it's a series, it's a waterwork, it's a complex system of aqueducts and so forth that it feeds the reservoir. And when you get there, you'll see that reservoir is dry as a bone. It is.
All right.
So I would suggest you speak to Sid. But
Sid.
Hush hush on the sword. I don't want Sid knowing that I'm cutting you deals.
Absolutely.
All
You
right.
have my word.
Well,
Should
I
we-
appreciate your words. The last thing I'm going to tell you is the one bit is the fortress is the ground level. Somewhere in that fortress is the passage that takes you below to the waterworks. All of the waterworks are located in a cave below. Seems like it was a storage for something other than weaponry at one point. But down there you'll find your answers if you survive that long. You restore the water, you come back and talk to Jimmy Hammertoe, and he's going to hook you up with that sword.
Should
I
we?
appreciate
I think the question for the party here, guys, is like, do we like? We can't really shop for the wizard and stuff. So should we get to the place where we need to like go down and start looking for the fix to the water? Do you guys want to head there?
And then come back and do the shopping when everybody's here.
Yeah, exactly.
Now,
Yeah.
Be sure
I'm good.
Be sure you talk to Sid Vicious before
Yeah.
you venture out, because he may have more information, and I would hate to send you to your death. Because as much as I don't want to part with the sword, I do want the water to return.
So as I was saying, so we should like talk to Sid Vicious because I think it's almost 9 o'clock. We talk to Sid Vicious, then we get all the information, and then tomorrow, like next Tuesday, we can just go on the thing to do that.
Yep.
That sounds like a plan to me. Karen, what do you think?
Yep.
Sid Vicious in here.
All right.
What do you think?
Yeah, let's go find Sid. Not mention the sword.
Oh, he's so handsome. He looks like my friend from Tahoe.
So upon
Who does?
approaching Seditious's shop, your attention is immediately drawn to the arrangement of round tables that was flanking his shop. It's an inviting tableau sits under the open air of the desert sky, creating a tranquil spot for the rustles of the Oasis vegetation as its soundtrack. From the outside, the tables of the interior comfort, Seditious shop is a harmonious blend of local flavors, goods, and experiences, offering a respite and leisure amid the challenging environment of the Badlands. So you enter into the shop, and when you step over the threshold of the shop, the vibrant, inviting atmosphere. I didn't do something that was a waste of my time if I don't.
Okay,
So
do it.
Enjoy the images.
Very nice.
I gotta get those that mid journeys, and then you walk into show the player's image. Yes. Show player image. No. And there's Sid's shop. So natural light floods this room through large windows, dancing off the surfaces of pots and crates filled with a myriad of local goods. So you guys see there's these tables, they're covered with eccentric assortments of fresh foods and beverages, spicy grilled meats, sweet exotic fruits, and fragrant breads, all sourced from the Badlands. The air here is perfumed with the mingling scents of these delicacies, along with the heady aroma of strong coffee and herbal teas, because you gotta have your caffeine. Now, there's a large decorative rug, in shades of amethyst, cerulean, as well as goldenrod. It dominates the heart of the room, and it's sort of surrounded by this plush, colorful bunch of pillows, right? I'm from the Midwest, so it's pillows with an E. The rest of you is pillows with an I. There's shelves in the wall. They're stocked with unique items that speak of far-flung corners of the Badlands, a testament to Sid Dish's far-reaching connections. On the northern wall, there's a door that suggests a back room, a space only for those privy to Sid's more exclusive dealings, adding a dash of intrigue to the shop's overall charm. Now, as you enter, Sid, eyeballs you. Sid's a figure of intrigue and charisma. His dark hair, often tousled, from his endless bustle around the Oasis, contrasts starkly with his penetrating eyes. Eyes that hold a sparkle of mischief and seem to know more than they let on. He has a rugged, handsomeness about him, etched by the years journeying and adventuring. His skin is kissed by the sun, and it carries the lean physique of a man who has spent a lifetime on the move. Now, these years of travel and adventure, however, have not hardened Sid. Instead, they seem to have imbued him with an infectious zest for life, an undying curiosity. His laughter is hearty, and his tales of the past exploits are shared with an irresistible fever, captivating all those who find themselves in this company. So Sid seems to be a pretty jovial guy, but sort of the weight of the situation that Hammertoe told you about is clearly on his shoulders.
Sorry, guys.
And I'll give you a picture of pretty boy Sid.
He is pretty boy. Looks like my friend Graham.
He's pretty handsome. I thought that was a pretty good person to talk to.
What's that thing behind on his left? Is that like a squid woman?
Look like a ghost.
What are you talking about? Ping, where you're talking?
The thing to the left of him.
In the picture.
It's like a guy.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. That's a mid-journey artifact, you guys. So Sid, as you know, Sid's a vendor, and he has some pretty interesting, goods for sale. As well as, if you talk to him and build a relationship, he may have some other things. Who knows?
Hey,
Mr. Sid, we heard you have a water problem. We'd like to help.
sorry.
What are you sorry for, lass? You needn't be sorry. Yes, indeed. You must have been talking to Hammertoe. He's the most vocal about this goddamn desert guard blocking our water. You know what? Look. The desert guard and their waterworks. Let me share what I know. The waterworks is located beneath the main facility of the building. It's a fortress of sorts. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Right? You want to protect your water. This is a desert. It's a precious item. The waterworks, that's located beneath the facility. It's the lifeblood of these lands. It's more precious than gold, and it demands protection. So the main entrance is situated at the end of a long stone bridge. It's normally arched over water and impassable. You enter the fortress from the east. Now, the facility itself is nestled, inside a hefty raised wall bordering the basin. There aren't very many ways in. You can scale a wall from the west and enter the basin, exposing you to the long basin walk to the fortress, or from the east, exposing you to whatever guards are standing watch. The fortress itself has 5 lookout bridges, right, and they spear out of the basin, each one sort of offering a superb view of the surroundings. They're positioned to the south, southwest, the north, the northwest, and the north sides of the facility. Now, contrary to what Hammertoe may have told you, these guards are no fools. They keep a watchful eye over their charge. Now, the facility itself, there's not a bunch of rooms. I think maybe 4 or 5 max, on the main floor. And they probably serve largely as barracks or sleeping areas for the desert guard and their shifts. But one of the rooms hides a passage to the waterworks below. And that, honestly, is where the trouble has begun. Now, don't be fooled by its outward simplicity. Breaching their defenses, finding that passage isn't going to be easy as strolling into my market, right? But if anyone can do it, bet you guys can. What did Hammertoe promise you?
He's gonna look into fixing some of our weapons, you know.
Seems awfully generous for Mr. Hammertoe, I have to tell you.
Is it? Why do you say that?
Because I know Hammertoe well. Hammertoe knows that this is not an easy, safe task that he seems to have put you on. But
He did seem desperate to get the water back to the town or the area, but mostly because he needs it. So
well,
we're adventurous. This is what we enjoy. So
I'll tell you what. You restore water to this area, and I'll make it worth your while. I have some goods that are not necessarily above board. I mean, look at my wares; they're pretty fantastic. I'm no fool. I admit that I carry poisons and antitoxins and potions and that sort of a thing. But I have some shadier goods, right? So I'll tell you what. I'll sweeten the deal. If you are brave enough or foolish enough to take on this quest, I'll throw an additional 10,000 gold your way.
Ah, interesting.
Is it? Is that what it's going to take? 10,000 gold and whatever the hell Hammertoe has promised you?
Let's. But if it's more difficult than we thought, we might have to increase the price on you later. But let's see how it goes.
I'll one up you. I'll give each of you we'll call it the Shady Goods grab bag. And I'll give each of you a shot at something from my bag of shady goods that may help you or may not. What are your thoughts?
Plus the 10,000, I'm assuming. My beautiful lady here, Karen, dies. We want to be well compensated for her loss.
She is indeed the most beautiful half-orc I've ever seen.
She's the belle of the desert, my friend.
I'm not sure what shade of green she is, but if I could bottle that, I wouldn't need the water. I would make a fortune. So what say you? Would you like to pull from my bag of shady goods?
What do you think? I'm always down for a good adventure. See the world. What do you think, Karen?
Yeah, I'm in.
All right.
I choose, especially if we have loss.
It's kind of shady.
So
but
you first, you green goddess.
I'll gamble it.
Draw from my shady goods.
Oh, we're drawing now. Okay.
Yeah, so he's gonna give it to you before you go. So he holds out this bag and you can reach into it, and in the chat you'll see merchant shitty goods. You should be able to roll from there, right?
Is it everyone or just starting with Noodle?
It's everyone. It's starting with Karen.
It says, oh wait, let me switch to Karen. I'm on.
Oh yeah, I get you do not have sufficient permissions to use it.
Oh, hold on.
I just had the wrong character selected. Oh no! Now I still get the permissions.
Merchant table, shitty goods, figure ownership. All of you guys have limited. Save. Now try. Did that do it?
Checking.
I'm still getting it. Still getting the permission.
Yeah, I'm still getting permissions too.
Oh, really? You can't double click it and I wonder if I have to. Well, how about I roll it for you? It'll be easier, and then it'll save some time.
Okay.
All right. So this is for Karen. I'm hitting roll, and what do you get? Ooh, you get a dice set. Sid looks at you. Would you like the dice set? Doesn't seem particularly shady to you. All right, Noodle, you're up, and you get
All right.
a great sword of sharpness.
Okay.
Holy
Alright.
shit.
So when you attack an object with this magic sword and hit, maximize your weapon damage dice against the target. When you attack a creature with this weapon and roll a 20 on the attack roll, the target takes an extra 14 slashing. Then roll another d20. If you roll a 20, you lop off one of the target's limbs, with the effect of such a loss by the I'll tell you what happens at that point. If the creature has no limb left to sever, you lop off a portion of its body instead. In addition, you can speak the words, it's a command word, to cause the blade to shed a bright light in a 10-foot radius and a dim light for an additional 10 feet. Speaking the command word again, or sheathing the sword, puts out the light. Would you like this shady good?
I think I will take that shady good.
I think you should. So some of the
the value of the goods in this bag seem very different.
yeah, well that's true. That's why it's a random roll, my friend. Now, don't forget, she can always give this to you if you're interested.
No, I've got my axe.
All right. So next up is Mr. Skylar. You get, what could it be?
Basic poison.
You get some basic poison. So
Even
this
though it says
poison.
Noodle for that.
Well, I'm sorry, because I have her selected. You can use this poison, this vial, to coat one slashing or piercing weapon, or up to 3 pieces of ammunition. And when they do this, it takes an additional 1d4 poison damage, and it retains its potency for 1 minute. So for the next 1 minute or 10 rounds, they'll take an additional 1d4 every time they roll, unless they succeed a DC 10 Constitution saving throw. Would you like this bottle, my friend, of basic poison?
Sure.
And this is like Secret Goddamn Santa, where you're like, I want the sword that does cool shit. All right. So now you have basic poison.
You roll her, guys.
And Noodle, I want to make sure that I put that in your thing too.
I may have to wield that soon. Sounds fun.
Yep, you have it. Fun fact: you need to attune to it, so you don't get
Okay.
it. You have to do a long rest on it. So you may want to convince the team to do that. Next up is going to be Bing, and he rolls. He gets a disguise kit.
Oh my lord.
You-
So, the fates are deciding who gets what. So I put that in his
Yeah.
inventory. I'm sure he'll be delighted that he got his Favia's turn. What does Favia get? Great axe of bludgeoning. No.
Yeah.
She gets a vial of acid.
That's just so weird. I'm not
Well-
complaining. I'm not gonna lie, but
I didn't game it. This is a random table of shady goods. And I agree. Some of them are not as shady as others. All right. This is for... Who did I miss?
Cyrus.
Nick.
Nick
Oh.
gets some basic poison. Thank you for calling that out.
Basic poison. That's just not good.
Now, Sid looks at you guys and is basically like, and I'm not going to do the voice, but he's like, look, I know you're doing us a favor, and I think that sword's going to come in handy. For 5 gold,
God.
I'll let you roll from the shady goods bag one more time. Any takers?
Sure.
5 gold per.
I've already got my dice. I'm good.
You passed on the dice. You want me to put the dice in your inventory? You never know.
No.
Okay, no to the dice.
Fucking dice.
Anyone want to take him up on the offer?
Skylar, you want?
More time, just for fun.
All right, Skylar, I'm
All right.
opening you up, and I'm reducing your money by
5 gold.
5 gold.
I just bought bagpipes for 30.
That's very weird. But you do you.
I thought that'd be a sound effect.
No, sorry. That's a good idea, but I hadn't thought of that. All right, so you ready?
Yeah. I want to roll though.
What do you want to roll? I'm sorry.
I want to roll a 1d60. I don't think that exists.
All right, hold on.
I can roll 3 d20s.
No, I have to roll it for you here.
Okay.
So I'm just opening it up. And what does he get? Let's see here. Oops.
I think the higher the number, the better the thing. I'm gonna go out on a limb.
You're hoping?
Okay.
All right.
Except for one was acid. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Not as cool as the
We've
bagpipe.
used acid before. Yeah.
Not as
All right, so
cool
we
as
roll the
bagpipe.
dice, and you get a double-bladed scimitar.
Holy shit! Nice.
The double-bladed
Hey.
scimitar, worth about 100 gold, is the signature weapon of the Valinor elves. A haft of fine wood supports a long, curvy blade on either end. Forged with techniques honed over century, these blades are strong, sharp, and remarkably light. Each scimitar is a masterpiece, and as a result, the double-edged blade scimitar is an inexpensive weapon. Few, though, have ever had the opportunity to purchase one. A Valinor blade in the hands of a non-elf is generally assumed to have been stolen or looted from a fallen foe. So basically, make sure that no elves see you with a scimitar, right?
But I'm
If
part
you-
elf, so I'm good.
That's true. If you are spotted with a Valinor elf, if you are spotted and a Valinor elf sees you, they might demand that it is returned, right? Or they may challenge you. Now, here's the thing about this scimitar. If you attack with the double-bladed scimitar as part of an attack action on your turn, you can use a bonus action immediately after to make a melee attack with it. This attack deals 1d4 slashing damage on a hit instead of 2d4. So your second is 2d4. Would you like the double-bladed scimitar?
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, so check your character sheet to make sure that it's there. And does anyone, he says, sort of, as he looks around the room, says, anyone else want to take, to take another shot at this? He looks at you, Karen.
I'm
And
good.
he says, how about you? 2 gold.
Do it.
All right.
All right.
Cool. Nice job, Karen.
I mean,
Hey.
dice is.
Now you have learned my tricks. The shady goods, while all the goods are shady, some of them are shady like a carnival trinket, and others are shady like something you'd find in the back room of a bar that we shan't speak of. Are you ready for your roll?
Yep.
Thank you for your gold piece. And what do the fates have in store for you, sir?
More dice.
Oh,
me get
Jesus
my
Christ. Are you kidding me?
What is it? I
So-
can't read it.
So somehow Karen has secured the Berserker's Great Axe
For 2
My
gold.
God.
for 1
Nice
gold.
job, Karen.
You gain a +1 bonus attack on damage rolls made with this magic weapon. In addition, while you're attuned to this weapon, your hit point maximum increases by 1 for each level you have attained.
Oh my.
But Sid leans over and looks you dead in the eye and says to you,
Now listen, friend. This axe is cursed. Becoming
Oh.
attuned to it extends this curse to you, and I want you to understand that. So 1 gold doesn't seem like much, but it is the price of your soul. So as long as you remain cursed, you are unwilling to part with this axe, keeping it within reach at all times. You also have disadvantage on attack rolls with weapons other than this weapon. So if you cheat on this weapon, disadvantage. You understand what I'm saying? You do not cheat on this weapon. Are we clear? Now, whenever a hostile creature damages you while this axe is in your possession, you must succeed a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw, or you go berserk. And while berserk, you must use your action each round to attack the creature nearest you with the axe. If you make extra attacks as part of that attack action, you use those extra attacks moving to attack the next nearest creature after you fell the one that is your current target. If you have multiple possible targets, you attack one at random. You are berserk until you start your turn, with no creatures within 60 feet of you that you can see or hear. With greatness comes danger.
Yeah, we ran into this axe before.
Oh, have you really? I don't remember running into this axe.
Yeah, I think somebody had it. It might not. It was the same effect. It might have been a different weapon, but.
Well, I'm going to give it to you. So you have the Berserker Great Axe. You have it attuned to it. So it is yours to hold around until you decide to attune to it. So now two of you have weapons that you have to attune to. And that, my friends, you see, Sid Dishes. So he takes his bag and sort of like cinches it up, tucks it, onto one of his shelves, and looks at you with a grin. So we have a cord?
Yes.
Yep.
Do you feel that Sid has treated you with the respect and love that you deserve?
I think so.
I would say so. Please, the one thing Sid asks you, and Sid does refer to himself in the third person. Sid asks that you do not share your tales of my bag of shady goods, because everyone will want my shady goods, but not everyone is promising to bring water back to the Oasis, as you are. And let's not forget, I did promise you 1,000 gold if you return with the water rolling back into the Oasis. Am I correct?
That was 10,000.
Yes, you were wise, dwarf. 10,000. I thought I had you there. But yes, 10,000 gold will be yours.
Yeah.
If indeed you bring water back to the Oasis. Plus, whatever that fool Hammertoe has promised you, which I guarantee you will not be as glorious as whatever I've given you.
You got that right,
well.
sir.
Use these weapons well against your foes. Maybe not the dice set.
We don't know what they may hold secrets.
So, you guys, it's been an interesting session. You find yourself in an oasis. Do you want to start in the morning? Do you want a long rest and attune to your stuff? Or do you want to hang tight and we pick up from here next time we play?
Yeah.
I would like to do that so we can attune.
Well, I'm not sure which. Is the that you long rest now, or is the that you hold tight?
I think we should just long rest so you can tune. I gotta drop off. I had that kid problem, but
Sure. Yeah, I'll do the long rest.
I don't need to attune stuff.
I got to attune to this thing.
I'll long rest you. I'll attune Noodle. Kieran, the only question for you is: are you attuning to your great axe?
I hold off, man.
No, not right now. Honestly, this seems like basically I would just wipe the whole party every time.
Yeah.
I didn't read it like that. And if you need to drop Skylar, that's cool. I read it that the key to once you have this axe is to make sure that you've thrown yourself into the middle of foes. Right?
I see.
So when combat ends, when all of the foes are dead, you're done being berserk, right?
See, I read it as whoever's closest is getting screwed.
So, I mean, the plus side is you get a +1 bonus attack on damage rolls. And you get an additional, it looks like you get an additional 1 for each level, so you're at 6, so you get an additional 6 points of hit points.
If there's multiple targets within range, you pick one at random. That's where it gets a little sketchy. Like if somebody's in the party, it just happens to be next to me.
Yeah. They would have to know that And otherwise, when you attack with any other weapon, you fight with disadvantage. And you'll notice the price of this weapon is 0. So this is a completely this is a black market. Negotiate what you want to sell it for if you want to get rid of it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I could probably sell it for a lot. So
yeah, it is pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'm not attuning right now. I'll just hang on to it for now. It's fun to talk about with the rest of the party.
So let's do the long rest.
Yeah.
And I'm going to begin the long rest, and then I'm going to attune. What did you attune to?
The wackadoo. What was it?
The great sword of sharpness. Now I don't know. I mean, you have to look at your character when you have a chance again. I don't know if you let me attune you. Hold on. So you've done your long rest. It's morning. It's 4 a.m. Attune to item. You are now, and you want to equip it, I assume?
Yeah. What?
And
check that thing out.
Then I will unequip your Warhammer.
Okay.
So yeah, so you have this. The sword of sharpness now is yours. So when we next play, you guys have made it to Sid Dish's Oasis of quick Oasis, where he's flanked by the basically we'll call them the and stuffed vendors because they always have like weapons and stuff, magic and stuff, goods and stuff. Hammercho and Sid have asked you to restore the water to the Oasis so their businesses flourish and they don't all die of thirst. Further, making the heroes. I think one of the nice things about this is at no point has anyone mentioned the Black Cult of the Dragons. So
right.
This is what y'all call a side quest, it seems. But anyway, when we next play, you're going to be off to it's 4 a.m. So it's still sort of dark outside. You can decide what you want to do and if you want to learn anything else about the waterworks. Otherwise, you'll head there. It's about an hour travel outside of town. At which point you'll need to decide what direction you come from and what your attacks are going to be to make it to the fortress without dying.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So you almost had combat this time. You sort of some of you sort of had combat. A bit of a mixed bag. I'm always hesitant to put vendors in front of you guys because then it stalls you for the game. Although, Cliff, it seems like I'm going to guess that you were sort of self-serving. Did you get anything from any of the vendors?
No, I actually couldn't figure out how to. I couldn't actually see the vendors to open them up. So. Oh,
you just double click their character. It should open right up.
Yeah, but I couldn't actually see the character.
Oh, were you within 5 feet? You have to be within 5 feet of the character. It's like a melee attack.
Go ahead. So, but
if you want to move out, I'll move you out next to this guy and see if you double click him. It should allow that to happen.
What? Oh, it's this little guy right here.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes. I thought he was just another commoner. I didn't even. Yeah, his name didn't show up on Hover actually.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to hang for a few minutes if you guys want to shop at the merchants. It's up to you. I don't care.
No, I'm gonna just wait. I swear, like the whole goal for this waterworks was to get a weapon and now I got one. But let's see what happens. I'm, my character's always down to explore the world and battle. So.
Well, I mean, you got a long sword, which is probably more appropriate for what you would want to do, and the other weapon's a short sword. But there are plenty of people on this, in this crew that would potentially benefit from short sword.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. So it's cool.
What did you guys think about the shady goods? Like, it was a mix of bullshit shady goods and then like a handful of like pretty awesome shady goods. I don't know how you. Yeah, I don't know how you rolled the great X. Yeah, I don't know how you rolled a fucking great X, dude. That was insane.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Like the barbarian rolls a great X.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, that was good.
Always delightful.
Cool.
Always delightful. Sorry about the tech support. We would have had an extra half hour. You could have made it to the waterworks if it wasn't for my tech support.
Well, I'm super hoping that I have some. Well, I'll at least have an iPad next time. But
yeah, well, I think that both Nick and Fabio will be in the next game. So yeah, and hopefully you'll get your computer back because that's really they messed up your volume. It should be fine.
Yeah. Somebody needs a throat punch. I'm just saying.
Ah, throat tear. I don't know if you've seen MacGyver, but it's quite an entertaining, stupid movie. All right, all.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night, all, and thank you so much. I hope you had a fantastic time.
You too.
Later.
See you guys.